So welcome to chapter 2. Now we're going to go through all the positions. Each one will be a chapter, so you can take your time. Right now on this one we'd go through open position. Plain blues. Will be a blues in A with the 3 dominant 7th chords, and we play this only in open position. And the rule is when we stay in position, we have to use different types for different chords. Because A7 is like this, D7 is like this, E7 is like this. Pretty obvious thing if you've been playing the guitar. You know that this is different chords in one position. But now you know that this applies to the whole fretboard, and we just have to go through it little by little. You'll see how it all connects. My A7 is the A type, my D7 is the D type, and my E7 is an E type. Of course, because we're in open position and we found this whole system of caged by using the names of the chords from the open position. But now we use the blues form. We use the 12-bar blues, and we use a quick change, which is playing the 4 chord in the 2nd bar. And this is pretty basic. Because you have to understand this is all training for you to know your chords and to be able to go from one to the next quick enough so that you can make music. So all I do is I play a 12-bar blues and I play a chord on every beat, and I change where I need to change. I play 1 bar of the 1, the 2nd bar is the 4 chord, bars 3 and 4 are the A7 again, bars 5 and 6 are D7, then 7 and 8 go back to A7, and my last 4 bars are where most of the movement happens, because I go in the 9th bar I go to E7, 10 is D7, to A7 and 11, and then to E7 in the 12th bar. This gives me my 12-bar blues form for blues in A, and I play a chord on each beat of a 4/4 beat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. 4, 1, 2. Last line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll be back at the top. So if you're new to understanding this blues form, you can use a little aid by memorizing the 3 lines. This is how I visualize this. I have 12 bars, and I separate it out in 3 lines with 4 bars each. And I know there's 3 chords in this blues, and each line will start with a different chord. So the first chord in the first line is A7, the first chord in the second line is D7, and the first chord in the third line is E7. So that gives me one place to orientate myself, and then the third bar in each of these lines will always be A7. So maybe you can write this out for yourself. You can also see the PDF that we have with this course, but eventually you're going to have to memorize it, and you will have to internalize it. And these are places that you can always use as signposts to know where you are. We do the same 12 bars, now that you have a little bit of a visualization for it or memorized it already a little bit. And we do a comping pattern that goes 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So if my metronome, I'll turn it down. It was at 90. I'll turn it down to 84. And I'll count along for you so they can hear it. And then I recommend for you to use your metronome and try to find the spot. And if it's too fast, just slow it down. The speed is not important. It's important that you put the rhythm in the right place. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 3. So this, I just stayed on A7 for now, just so that you get the basic idea. Now I do the same 12-bar blues form I did before, but I follow the chords with this pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 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 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1. There you go. A lot of people like to play along with a backing track because it has just the basic ingredients of the music. It has drums, bass, chords from a guitar or organ or piano, and there's no melody or singing that will distract you, and you can really hear how people change their chords. So you can use those, and I will put a blues backing track, a blues in A backing track on my channel here on YouTube, and you can find it there and play along with just the backing track and use either playing on every beat or use the rhythm pattern, right? With the 1 and the end of 2, where we put those chords. And once you feel comfortable playing to a backing track, you can go and look for Little Walter, the wonderful harmonica player from Chicago, and his great tune, I Got to Find My Baby. It's a 12-bar blues form, but it will start with 4 bars of the piano playing an intro. So you listen to it and listen for the timing, and then count along with the piano for 4 bars, and then starts the 12-bar blues form, and you can play along with that. Or you find his Blues with a Feeling, Little Walter's Blues with a Feeling, that starts right where the harmonica starts. That is already the first bar of the blues in A. And when you want to find something that's a little faster, you can look for Freddie King, and he calls it Sensation. It's an instrumental blues in A. It does not have a quick change. You can follow it along, but it's a little faster. So you might want to have your changing the chords under your belt a little bit. And once all that is working out, go look for John Mayer and B.B. King from 2006. It's a live recording. They sit together on the stage, and it's in 2 parts. It's a long, they talk over the blues, they sing, and they play wonderful solos. And if you watch the second part, you can see how John Mayer gets a blues lesson by B.B. King right there on stage in front of the audience. It's really amazing. If you feel like it, put your favorite blues in A in a comment below my backing track, so other students here and other guitar players can find, by going to my backing track, they can find what you recommend too, to learn how to jam with the blues in A7. Thank you.